Okay, hello everybody. Today I'll be going over Frost, or Frost Prime, and the build I use to take on difficult defense missions. Frost Prime has some good abilities. It's rather kind of slow, doesn't have the best armor, but what everyone uses Frost for special circumstances. So I will go over the mods I use for my simple build. I didn't have to forma my Ura slot to get energy siphon, but as you'll see, it has a little bit of everything, and will cover the defense objective in a mission quite well. So I have Constitution and Fortitude, some of my favorite mods for just making yourself tougher and giving power duration. Then Redirection and Vitality. He's already got slots for those with the right symbol to make those cost less. And then some mods to increase my power. So I get Intensify for power strength. This will increase the health of Snow Globe, and on really tough missions, Streamline so you don't run out of energy. Stretch to get a good sized Snow Globe, a good sized bubble, and Flow to store up a lot of energy to keep the bubbles coming. So this is kind of a simple build. It doesn't need a lot of fancy stuff, but this can get the job done. So I'll go over his abilities and kind of my opinion on them. Freeze and Ice Wave are pretty basic attacks. Ice Wave isn't really easy to hit with, but will do damage, so you don't see that used often. Freeze is harder to hit with. It's a kind of slow moving projectile, but will freeze one enemy, and so that's hard. These two are hardly used in a defense mission because there are so many enemies. It's kind of a waste. So then we have Snow Globe, which is the main purpose for someone using Frost. It creates a bubble with a certain amount of health that will absorb damage, so you put it over a defense objective and it will cover it from all angles, because there are guys coming from everywhere, every side, shooting their laser guns, and you have to be able to protect the health of the objective. So Snow Globe, try to work that to be your main ability. Then you have Avalanche, which is a pretty decent room clearer. It's not the widest, it's not the fastest, but it gets the job done when it's kind of a panic button. If you're being overwhelmed, you can use an Avalanche if you have extra energy. But most of the time you just make sure there's a Snow Globe up and you're standing in it and you're positioning yourself to shoot the enemies outside of the Snow Globe, or clean up the ones that have wandered inside. It will slow them down by quite a bit, and that helps. So that's the main thing on Frost. My opinion is Freeze and Ice Wave need to do something a little more for Frost to be a fun frame to play in more situations. I think maybe if Ice Wave crystallized some ice armor onto him that he could run around with, that would absorb some of the hits, or have some sort of an effect on surrounding enemies. He could have a slowing aura that went around with him, or he could negate fire damage and cold damage, give a team buff. Some more utility to the Frost Warframe is really what it cries out for, because most of the gameplay is just standing in a snow globe shooting out, and it's can kind of feel limiting, and Frost's move speed is some of the slowest, so and his armor isn't that great, so he feels kind of weakened for no point. His snow globe used to be a lot tougher, it used to be invulnerable. They've kind of just nerfed that and not given him any other tools. But it was one of the first primes. He's always looked great, looked pretty cool. So that's my video on Frost. I hope you enjoyed it.